Welcome to today's episode, where we delve into the enigmatic figure of the fool in ancient cultures. From being a symbol of ignorance to embodying divine wisdom, the fool has played a fascinating role throughout history. Let's journey back in time to explore how different civilizations understood and portrayed the seemingly simple yet profoundly complex character. Throughout history, the figure of the fool has danced through our stories, laughing, jesting, and often surprising us with hidden wisdom. But who is the fool truly? Is he simply a clown, a jester, or something much more profound? In psychology, the fool represents both the depths of ignorance and the heights of insight, a paradox wrapped in colorful garb. So, what does it mean to play the fool? It means recognizing that wisdom often comes in unexpected forms. It means understanding the power of humility, the strength in vulnerability, and the insight that can be gained by questioning what everyone else takes for granted. The fool isn't just a character from history or literature. They're a timeless symbol of the wisdom that comes from embracing life's uncertainties, from daring to ask the seemingly foolish questions, and from finding truth in places others might overlook. The fool is an archetype that appears in myths, literature, and even in our own lives. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, saw the fool as a reflection of the trickster, a figure who disrupts the established order, challenges norms, and exposes hidden truths through absurdity. The fool can be seen as a mirror, reflecting the absurdity of life itself, and our human tendency to take ourselves too seriously. In society, the fool plays a critical role. He or she is the one who challenges authority without fear, who can speak truth to power under the guise of humor. Shakespeare's fools, for instance, were often the only characters who could criticize the king without losing their heads. The fool's wisdom lies in his ability to see beyond conventional wisdom, to embrace the chaos and uncertainty of life. Playing the fool can be surprisingly important in various aspects of life, offering benefits that extend beyond mere entertainment or self-deprecation. Here's an exploration of why embracing the role of the fool can be valuable. The fool's ability to use humor and absurdity helps break down social barriers. By playing the fool, one can diffuse tension, encourage openness, and create a space where people feel comfortable being themselves. A fool is often perceived as non-threatening, which allows them to say things that others might not dare to voice. This can lead to more honest communication and the airing of truths that need to be heard. The fool challenges societal norms and authority without fear of repercussions. By mocking conventions and pointing out absurdities, the fool invites others to rethink their beliefs and assumptions. The fool is not afraid to fail or appear foolish. By embracing mistakes and imperfections, one can learn and grow. This mindset encourages risk-taking and innovation, leading to personal and professional development. Playing the fool teaches resilience. Since the fool often bounces back from failure with laughter, this approach can help individuals develop the ability to recover quickly from setbacks. The fool's willingness to entertain the absurd or unconventional fosters creativity. By playing the fool, one can explore new ideas without fear of judgment, leading to innovative solutions and creative breakthroughs. The fool often embodies the paradox of wisdom in folly. By embracing foolishness, one can uncover deeper truths and wisdom that are hidden behind the facade of seriousness and logic. The fool is a master of reinvention, constantly adapting and evolving. By playing the fool, one can explore new identities, perspectives, and possibilities, leading to a richer and more varied life experience. Our journey begins in ancient Egypt, where the fool was often seen as a divine messenger. In Egyptian mythology, gods and goddesses often took on the guise of foolish or comical figures to impart wisdom to humans. For example, the god Bes, a dwarf-like figure with a grotesque appearance, was associated with humor, music, and childbirth. Though he looked like a fool, Bes was a protector of the household, warding off evil spirits with his playful antics. The Egyptians understood that what appeared foolish could, in fact, be a disguise for something much more profound. The fool's role was to disrupt the ordinary, to challenge expectations, and to reveal truths that were otherwise hidden. Next, we move to ancient Greece, where the figure of the fool takes on a more philosophical dimension. Here, we encounter the philosopher Socrates, who famously claimed, "I know that I know nothing." Socrates often played the fool, pretending to be ignorant to expose the ignorance of others. This method, known as Socratic irony, was a powerful tool in his quest for truth. In Greek theater, the fool also made an appearance as the comic character, often a slave or a simpleton, who through wit and humor would outsmart the more serious characters. Aristophanes, the great playwright, frequently used these figures to offer biting social and political commentary, proving that the fool could indeed be wiser than kings and generals. In ancient Rome, the fool took center stage in the form of the foolish sage or fatuus sapiens. The Romans believed that wisdom could be found in unexpected places, and their literature is filled with tales of wise fools. The satirist Horace, for example, used the character of the fool to critique the moral decay of Roman society. Roman emperors, too, had court jesters who were more than just entertainers. These jesters often spoke truth to power, using humor as a means to criticize and advise their rulers. They were the only ones who could mock the emperor without fear of retribution, showing that the fool, though lowly, held a unique and powerful position. Now, let's travel north to the cold lands of the Norsemen. In Norse mythology, the trickster god Loki embodies the essence of the fool. Loki's cunning and deceptive nature often led him to play the fool, causing chaos among gods and men alike. However, Loki's foolishness was not without purpose. His actions, though disruptive, were essential to the unfolding of the cosmos. Loki's pranks and schemes often brought about necessary change, pushing the other gods to grow and adapt. His role as the fool was to challenge the status quo, proving that sometimes, folly is needed to bring about a greater wisdom. Finally, we turn our attention to medieval Europe, where the fool became immortalized in the tarot. The fool, represented by the number 0, is a card that symbolizes new beginnings, potential, and the journey of life itself. Depicted as a carefree traveler with a small bundle of possessions, the fool in the tarot is a figure who embarks on a journey with no clear destination, trusting the universe to guide him. In medieval courts, jesters held a similar role. These fools, often dressed in motley, were licensed to speak freely, offering counsel cloaked in humor. Their apparent madness allowed them to speak truth in ways that others could not. The fool, therefore, was not just an entertainer, but a vital part of the court's intelligence. From ancient Egypt to medieval Europe, the fool has always been more than meets the eye. Whether as a divine messenger, a philosophical guide, or a court jester, the fool challenges us to look beyond the surface, to question what we know, and to find wisdom in the most unexpected places. In every culture, the fool reminds us that life is full of contradictions, and that sometimes, the greatest wisdom can be found in the simplest of truths. So next time you encounter a fool, remember that they might just be the wisest person in the room. Playing the fool requires a level of self-awareness and humility. By recognizing one's own foolishness, individuals can better understand their emotions and motivations, leading to greater emotional intelligence. Playing the fool is not about being foolish in the negative sense, but about embracing the freedom to explore, question, and grow. It's about finding wisdom in unexpected places, challenging the status quo, and connecting with others on a deeper level. In a world that often values seriousness and conformity, the Fool reminds us of the importance of laughter, creativity, and the courage to be different. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the wisdom of playing the Fool. Until next time, remember that sometimes, the wisest thing you can do is to embrace the role of the Fool, because in the end, it might just lead you to the greatest wisdom of all.